Dun dun dun! Hello everyone! This is what I believe will be the start of the last episode of this Let's Play. We're about to speak to Glint about the final quest, which only becomes available after you've completed the 3 beforehand, which you've probably seen in my videos I released just now. And I've already said it, but I'll say it again, it's not a very climactic quest, I guess you could say. It ties things nicely back into the start of the plot, like all of these Titan quests have been, but other than that, it's not really that great. I will sort of expand upon what we learn there, though, and by the end of this episode, we will have learnt how the Titan. By the end of this episode, we will have learnt how the Char broke through the wall in Ascalon, and what's been going on with their Figgies and stuff like that. There will still be a lot of unanswered questions at the end of Prophecies, but as we go through the other campaigns, those will be answered as well. Anyway, so let's speak to Glint and start it off. She says that even with the door of Kamali closed, the Titans still plague the people of Tyria. The source of their renewed strength is somewhere north of the wall in Ascalon. After the work you did protecting the cities of Tyria, I believe that you are most capable of completing this task and ending the Titan threat. War Master Lebowski has sent out scouts into the Northlands to identify the Titan's source of power. Travel to Greenwich Courthouse and speak with him. The Titans must be stopped. I'll do what I can to help. Okay, and this rewards 50,000 experience. This is the last quest, so clearly they want to give you a lot. Let's go back to Ascalon then. Greenwich Courthouse, you remember we went to, there was nothing to do here way back then. This outpost only exists, really, I think, because of this quest and the guy that's there. One time a seat of judicial power in Greenwich Village, the formerly Grand Courthouse is now in a shambles. Alright, okay. So we're speaking to War Master Lebowski. Where is... Ah, there he is. Hello, Lebowski. What's going on? We spoke to him before, but I'll say it again because it was like 100 episodes ago. And that's not even an exaggeration. When I was just a young hooligan, I found myself before a judge on a regular basis. I stood here inside this very building as my punishments were read by the Magister. Back then, I can remember wishing this building would be hit by lightning or destroyed in a great fire. Never did I think it would come to be. The Titan Source. Thank you for coming. I have sent scouts out past the Flame Temple corridor into Dragon's Gullet. Char chieftains have been worshipping a number of burning godlike creatures and are rallying a Char warband. My scouts are unsettled by the appearances of these creatures alone. I trust that you have confronted worse on your travels and that you are worthy enough to purge the region of this massive Char gathering. So the Char have been worshipping the Titans, and basically we're just going to start the quest. I need to wait a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes or so, for my friend to get back, and then we're going to do the quest together. So I'll see you guys in a second. Let's do it. Alright, here we go. Again, I'm with a different person. It's the same person from the jungle this time who did want to do the last one. I'm not sure how powerful the heroes are, but we'll just have to see as it goes. I was talking to one of my friends earlier, and he said that he did this just the other day, and he said it was an the bit at the end, which is our main target, is really easy supposedly, but getting there is a bitch. So you can see that we're back fighting the Char, and I'm doing like 140 damage to them plus. We just totally destroy everything earlier on in the game. It'll be quite nice to go back to the Flame Temple corridor, because you'll remember that that's where I had all of that trouble trying to get Althea's ashes, and hopefully we'll just, unless the quest spawns of the enemy spawns have changed. What does that mean? Oh yes, okay. Yeah, unless the quest spawns have changed, then we will totally be able to destroy all of the Char that are there, which will feel great. I'm sure you'll agree. But yeah, it does take us quite a while. We're going to an explorable area further past the Flame Temple corridor. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it now. but it's called the Dragon's Gullet, and we've never been there before, and it's quite a cool place. Earlier on in the game, if you go there, there's no real reason to go there except that all around there are collectors, and those collectors can give you extra bags and runes to make your bags hold more items and stuff. Very early on in the game, and obviously it would be free of charge if you go there. So if you do have the time and want to make the effort and just take your time with the plot, then that's definitely a place I'd recommend going, because it's just quite cool there. Also, you'll see I'm using a signet of capture. One of the bosses we have to kill. What does our objective actually say? It says travel to the northwest region of Dragon's Gullet and kill the 3 Titan bosses. Dragon's Gullet's quite a huge area. You see these giant tar lakes you can see here? That's the Dragon's Gullet. Not that one all the way over here, but these ones here. And I'm using a signet of capture because one of those 3 Titan lords that the Char are all swarming around. You gotta love how horrible Ascalon looks, don't you? Wonderful. Yeah, one of those bosses has a really powerful elite axe skill, and I'm still using a really crappy elite. I'm still using Defy Pain. So, oh, we got a key. I wonder if there's going to be a chest that we can open and get an amazing item out of. Not. Yeah, so finally I'll be able to have a good axe skill. Right at the end, but, you know, still worth grabbing one. I could even use it to take out the other Titans, if all goes well. So yeah, I think I'll stop talking for a second, and I'll see you guys when we get through the portal to the Flame Temple corridor, because I do think it's quite a long detour. We've got to go all the way in through the Explorable area and back out, or something crazy like that. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are again. We're making our way back past this the bones of this old true giant. When I saw this just now, just before I pressed the record button, I got a weird sense of deja vu, and I really quite clearly remember this this video that we did. Anyway, so here's the Flame Temple corridor. I think that once we get through here, the spawns of the enemies start to change, and we start fighting really difficult Char again, like those that we experienced in the last mission. The last quest. Oh, one thing I was gonna mention about that, but I completely forgot. The name of that quest, note these are still weak, Char. The name of that quest was called The Last Day Dawns, and it's one of the last quests in the game, and I think it's quite a cool little thing. The way that they've named that is because the first words you ever hear in this entire game are The Last Day Dawns. It's I think it's Glint, or is it just some random woman saying The Last Day Dawns on the Kingdom of Ascalon? So yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I killed those things. Yeah, so it's called the Last Day Dawns. It's very nice way. I think it would have been better if this quest was called The Last Day Dawns, because that would have been the first thing and then the last thing, tying back into each other nicely. But oh well, doesn't really matter now, does it? I'll pause it while I completely just shred through these guys. I love it. So good. See you in a sec. Okay, right now we're fighting the level 24 guys again. I was just about to say, there's nothing more fun than shredding through enemies that used to give you trouble. And that time's already over. Oh, oh, I see what's happening. There are the old Char, the level 8 ones, are mixed in with the really difficult ones. So the trick is just to take out the weak ones first, like these, that I'm just shredding through. Then this one here, like that Ashen Lord, he's level 24, so I'll fight him afterwards. And this Stalker's level 24 as well. Look how big they get. They're obviously not that big in Guild Wars 2. That's pretty cool. I think in this game, when things get higher level, it basically just means they get bigger. I know that's what happens for minions and for summons that come out of the summon stones and all kinds of things. Yeah, look at this Char Axe Fiend here, much smaller than this one here, which is level 20. No, sorry, this Char Blade Storm. No. Oh, yeah, this Axe Lord is level 24, and he's much bigger. Thought I'd gone crazy for a second there. Okay, so we're back at their temple. Our goal this time though is not to get into the middle, it's to get to the other side of it, so I'm going to go around here. What is my teammate doing? Have I been an idiot? Has he said wait? No, he hasn't. Oh wow, look at them all, they're patrolling and they're trying to kill us. I've just sprinted past here so that we can go into the next area. We're just behind the temple, and this is the dragon's gullet. Very scary area. This is kind of really rough wilderness. I'm not sure what it will be like with this quest active, but usually this is an area where you can see the Chara being destroyed by hydras and these weird undead things that sort of shamble out of the ground everywhere. Who knows what will happen now. You can see that there's titans, of course. There's a spark of the titans here. It should be our top priority. I'm going to use a concept for this guy since he used some just now. Wasted some just now, to be honest. There we go. And now we shouldn't have a problem with the quest. His heroes seem okay. Again, I'll just go back to speeding it up until we get to the main bit here. Oh look, he's used a summoning stone and a big golem's come out. They're related to the Asura for anyone who's not played the game. And we will learn more about those in time. I find myself saying that so much. So much. Yeah, I'll speed it up, guys. I rendered this one through twice again because it ended up being quite a long journey, really. At first I thought we could just... the titans that we're going after, our targets, they're in the middle of a giant tar lake to the northeast. And I thought that we could just go straight there, but it turns out we couldn't, and we had to go through that other lake you just saw before we could get there. And then loads of Char were just charging us the whole time, including a group with a boss. And they're working with the titans, so while in the other areas we had the advantage of the titans fighting all the wildlife, here they weren't because they were working with the Char. So now we're on the lake, as you can see, and you might have caught a glimpse of the titans in the middle. But before we can even try and fight them, we have to take out these patrols that are sort of zigzagging back in and out so that we don't get caught by 100 enemies at once. And we get most of them except for one last guy. And now I'm going to start talking again. Okay, so I think he's going to try and kill that guy. Damn it! Alright, well I'm mostly happy with all of the patrols that we've taken out now, so we're going to go and fight the main boss. You see in the middle there are 3 titans. These are the 3 lords that have been responsible for all of the attacks since the vizier died and the door was closed. These are the 3 masterminds behind it all. We defeat them, we stop the titan menace. You'll see there's 3 of them. They're called Gigas, XB, Ludio, Ossidi and Malleus Uno. They're all Latin names, as I said before. I'll ask my friend if he's ready. You gonna go in? Time to attack, buddy. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, let's go, go, go. I want to fight. Got to get one to chase us, he says. Okay, all right. I'll try and get Gigas XB then. Oh no, they're all coming. No, no, no. All right, the Char. How about let's just kill the Char then? No. All right. I have no idea what we're trying to do here. Alright, we're just fighting, we're going for it, let's kill him! Alright, yeah, and their names are Latin, and you can actually find the translations of all of their Latin names on the wiki. I'm not using the... oh my god, look at this, we're all gonna die. But their names roughly mean... the Necromancer's name means I play with bones. The Ranger's one means I atone for giants. And the Mesmer's one roughly translate to bad decisions, so... except for the Mesmer's one, I think they've both got pretty cool names. Alright, we've managed to kill 1. We've managed to kill 2. And here's the last Titan. Ta-da! There we go. I did warn you guys at the start of the episode, this is a little bit underwhelming. Wow, look at that building completely sunken down like that. It is a bit of an underwhelming end to the quest. I'll meet you guys up at Drockner's Forge for the wonderful final quest reward. But first I'll say goodbye to my friend. I'll see everyone in a second. Okay, here we are at Glint for the final time. What does she have to say? We have defeated all of the titans, done loads of stuff for her. Surely she's got something interesting and wonderful for us. Surely. The titans no longer threaten the good people of Tyria. Yeah, okay. She doesn't even thank us or anything. That's it. I mean, there you go. Accept. That's the quest done. When I first started this out, I originally thought that it would explain a lot more of those last couple of quests, but when I got to about the Ring of Fire, I looked and realised that of course it didn't. That's all the dialogue you get. Turns out what I'm about to tell you, you can only really find out about in an external bit of information. It's an article that was released after they announced Guild Wars 2 called The Ecology of the Char, and it talks about the Char's history and how they got what they got and all that kind of thing, and why we don't see any female Char in the first game. And it's an interesting read, but of course, a lot of people only play in the game, or so they will never really learn about those things. So what I'm just going to quickly tell you is something about that you would learn from the ecology of the Char. When the humans took the Char from their took the land from the Char and pushed them sort of way out north and built their wall to fortify their location, the Char basically decided that the only reason the humans were victorious was because the humans had found gods for themselves. So after a while, the Char went looking around for their own gods, and they ended up finding the Titans, and they started worshipping the Titans. If you look at their effigies, I've pointed out a couple as we've gone through. They are basic representations of the Titans themselves. And after they started worshipping the Titans, they were rewarded for it. The Titans handed the Char this artifact called the Cauldron of Cataclysm. Now that's the artifact that we saw during the searing way back in Ascalon, way back at the end of pre-searing Ascalon. And the Cauldron of Cataclysm wasn't actually created by the Titans. It's said to have come from a lot. It's said to be way older than the Titans themselves. Sorry. And it kind of suggests that maybe the cauldron came from the Elder Dragons and the Titans just got their hands on it at some point. So basically then the Char used that to wreak havoc on Ascalon and then go through to Or and to Kryta, where they were defeated there. But that's basically how they did it, and that explains the searing, and they've worshipped the Titans. Now that we've defeated the Titans as well, of course, that kind of throws what the Char believe out of the window, and when we reach Eye of the North we will see how that's affected them and what exactly is going to be happening there. So if you are interested in that, I would suggest reading The Ecology of the Char. It's quite a good article, but it's a little bit dry. I mean, it's not exactly very exciting to read, but it's very informative, and if you haven't read it, then maybe you should just go for it. That was the last quest for this series. I'm going to do a little bit, another little bit of filming in a minute, where I just talk about where we're going next, and then we'll see you in the next series, everyone. See you in a bit. Okay, so I just wanted to take this a quick moment out to talk about what we're going to be doing with the next series. I've really been looking forward to doing Nightfall, which is the third campaign. Soon they're going to be removing the cap on how many heroes players can use, which means that I've got some really exciting ideas for Nightfall, and I'm really looking forward to that. But of course, before then we have Factions, which is the second Guild Wars campaign, and finding a decent challenge for that has been quite hard. I threw the idea of doing a solo one out of the window quite quickly when I learnt how difficult it was to solo some of those 8-man missions. I mean, it was just really hard. I mean, you've all watched it, you know what it's been like. So I'm not going to be doing it solo, and it's been a bit hard to figure out what else I could do. I think I have figured something quite nice out, a pretty decent challenge. It involves taking a lot of the stuff off of the user interface, which will really change the way I have to play the game. Hopefully it will still be easier than doing solo. I hope I haven't bitten off more than I can chew. But hopefully it will also be difficult and challenging enough to make it interesting to watch, while also not making it too slow paced. I liked this series I did just now, but I do think it was quite a long series. If I hadn't been doing it solo, I think it could have been a lot more compact and a lot quicker. In certain areas at least, I mean particularly Thunderhead Keep, which ended up being so many episodes. So I'm hoping to make the next series a lot shorter, the game's shorter, so that should be fine. And also, I got a new computer, and it just came through the door just after I accepted that reward from Glint, so I'm very happy about that. I'll be setting that up tomorrow, and with that I'll be able to render a lot faster. and I'm probably going to increase the quality of the videos. We're going to go up to 1080p, and hopefully I'll make my microphone quality a lot better as well. Hopefully, I'm not too sure about that yet. Well, when I put it really high quality, I seem to get this weird buzzing noise or something like that. I don't know. We'll just see how it happens. I'll see everyone next time, but just before we go, I really did want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who commented and watched the videos. I mean, I know we didn't have many viewers, but it really, you guys who commented and just watched them, thank you very, very much. You really made this worth it for me. So, thanks again, and I'll see you for the next series.